In 1960s, my folks, well, they bought their first house in the end of the 50s, and they bought this lot on Franciscan Way. A friend called and said, you know, it would attach to a lot they had with their house. Why don't you buy it? And Dad said, well, how much should I offer? It was one of those by telephone. And the guy said, well, 17,000 should do it. And this has a little view of the ocean and a sweeping view of the valley and the fish ranch. And so they bought it. So later, Sue and I were using the same CPA, and he said, you need to build on that, and he'd explain what would be the financial advantages of doing that. So we did build a house, and I worked with the architect. Sue was in Japan at the time, and the idea was that I would live there. So when I finished my work, Sue had already come back a year or two ahead of that, and by then our folks were no longer living, and we had switched halves of houses. Sue took Mom and Dad's house, and I took this house. And so I had a house available, because without a house available, I wouldn't have come back to Carmel. And so when I was pretty much through doing my private practice, I was just going to go up once or twice a week and work maybe a little bit. And I was married for the second time then. We came down, I felt this would be a great place to live, and I had a house available that I'd been renting, and so I moved into this great house, which I love. Yeah.